Hello friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner. If you don't know me, my name is Heather and I have a small handmade business called Lemon Tree Corner where I make purses and bags and project bags for makers like you. And a special thank you to all of you who come here every week and spend time with me. I really appreciate it. And this week being Thanksgiving, I'd like to say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is in the US. I hope you had a wonderful meal with family or friends. We hosted this week, so you'll see some of that, me preparing the house and everything. And because I'm so grateful that you're out there and watching, and grateful to have this opportunity to make handmade things and put them out into the world, I wanted to give you a special Black Friday code. So if you're interested in any of my bags, or you've seen them, the Progress Keepers, all of that stuff, they're going to be up in my web shop at lemontreecorner.com/shop. And I have a special code for you for Black Friday, so if you type it in at the end, the discount code is Black Friday, all one word, and then the number 10. So all of that, no spaces, Black Friday 10 for 10% off everything in the shop. So I hope you go visit and look at what's in there. Hopefully I'll be able to have time to put the new Christmas Progress Keepers. I have a lot of new Christmas charms that would be perfect for anybody in your stocking stuffer life for Christmas. They're cute as, put them on a zipper for like a purse zipper pull or a sweatshirt or anything. Or if you are a knitter or crocheter, they are Progress Keepers, so you can keep them with your work. So this week is all up in the air. I have no clue what we're gonna have time for. So we're gonna be working on the felt ornaments, picking up the house, cleaning it, making it presentable, taking down the inspiration wall stuff, and it'll be a pretty blank wall, so we have to think of what to put there in the meantime just to make it look nice while people are over. And then setting up for Thanksgiving, I'll take you on that just because I don't know what else I'm gonna have time to do this week crafting wise. I do have a 4-day weekend, so you'll get a little bit of that, but Thursday I'll be hosting all day, and then Friday we're gonna have my side of the family get together at my mom's house. So I don't really think I'm gonna have a lot of time to do crafting projects, but I am going to try and work on the ornaments at night. Didn't really get anywhere with the blanket last week, so I would like to have some time to work on the blanket as well, so we'll see if we get to that. And other than that, just wishing you a wonderful week, and just like you to keep in mind something that you're grateful for. So it can be anything, big or little. I know in the world of the law of attraction, you know, putting out there what you're grateful for, what you want to have more of in your life, and focusing on that rather than focusing on what's lacking or what you need or what you're not sure of. So really reframing it and putting the focus on what you want. You can envision that. You can also be grateful for what you have in the meantime, even if that's just being grateful for a roof over your head, hot water if you have hot water, just those little things every day, and putting an intention behind that, that's what you want more of. And it's not just things for yourself that you want more of for yourself, but it's really putting it out there in the universe. You want more of that for other people. So when you say, oh, I'm so thankful to have a roof over my head and hot water and food to eat, you know, you can put that out there that you wish that everybody had that, and you would like to see a world in which we all have those things. So just something to keep in mind this week, and intentionally focus on those things that you want to see grow in your life, and say a little prayer of gratitude for those things. Okay, and focusing on that and things that I would like to see grow in my life, I would like to see this channel grow. And you can help me with that by hitting the like button or the subscribe button or making a comment on the video. because anything you do to interact with the video tells YouTube that people are enjoying my content, and it suggests my content to more people. So I would love it if you could do that for me. That would really help me out and help me grow this channel. And by growing this channel, it helps me grow my business and helps me do more of what I love, which is crafting and making bags and generally just spending time picking out fabric and putting them together. So yeah, I would just love to see that grow in the new year, and would love to see the channel grow, the business grow, you know, me getting to spend more time working on these things and seeing those things out there in the world, just having those items go out into the four corners of the world and bringing joy to all of you as well. So that's my intention for the new year, and that's something that I'm already grateful for this year. It just amazes me that you guys come here and watch the channel, and that you enjoy the videos, and that you suggest it to other people. So it's just wonderful to watch this grow, and I'm really, really, really grateful for all of you who come here. It just means the world to me. So, okay, so let's get to work cleaning the house and inviting people into a nice, calm home. Let's go.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change.
Okay, so it's kind of ironic because I used washi tape to stick all these to the wall. Partly because washi tape isn't supposed to peel any of the paper off of my inspiration items. And secondly, because I saw somebody else do it and I figured, oh, well, if she knows what she's doing, then I can do that. But of course, it's not working. So some of the things like the scrapbook paper and these guys are really bad. So it's just tearing the corners off of everything. And the tape is just stuck on there, which is really annoying. You can't see that at all. Let's get some other light in here. So the washi tape is literally, the washi tape is sticking, which is really annoying. So I'm like peeling things off. Good news is I'm done with this one. I was going to replace that one anyway. But it just sucks because then I'm damaging the pieces that I had up here. And maybe that's just a sign that I need to do totally new pieces. I'm wondering if there's another place I can have the design wall live. Or even if I need it. I mean, it definitely cheered me up during the pandemic, especially when this room became my office and my sewing area and kind of everything. So it was really nice to have all of this cheerful stuff going on. And I was starting the sewing business. So a lot of these things were bag inspiration and just quotes that kind of kept me going and kept me positive about the business and what I was doing and manifesting the business. So I don't know if it's done its job and it's time to let go of this or not. I do have a big giant painting from my parents of their honeymoon. They had their honeymoon in Half Moon Bay, and they got a local friend to take one of the panoramic pictures they took and turn it into a painting. So they got it commissioned and painted, and it hung above our fireplace forever. Well, as you can imagine, over the years it's gotten damaged. I need to find I think it's oil paints, so I need to find somebody who restores those and get that restored. But it's beautiful. It's a really big canvas. It would go like really nicely on this wall. So that's a possibility for future. Yeah, I feel like it's beautiful to have the wall as a background for videos for you guys and stuff. Yeah, I just don't know. Or the other idea I had when I first put this together was to get like a big giant cork board that I could put stuff in, because then I could rearrange it. I mean, the whole point of this wall in the first place was to add and subtract and change things out as I went. But because it's behind a table, it's kind of hard to get to. And I was adding things, but I never kind of moved anything around. And, you know, at this point, I really am not looking at anything because it's been in that place for so long that I've just become used to it being there. So that might be a good idea too, is to get a large cork board. The nice thing about the cork boards too is if I do want to have a family event, or if I want to have like a Christmas wall or something, it would be pretty easy just to take the cork board down for a month, you know, or for like Thanksgiving, and put it in another room, so that it's easier to take down than all of these as separate items. Oh, people, best thing ever, the pointy sticky tool. If I can get it to, it doesn't wanna. The pointy sticky tool from Creative Memories. Best purchase ever. It's got like a pointy end, and then it's got a little thin, narrow end that can get underneath things. And my sister is a Creative Memories consultant, so I'll have her leave a link below where you can get one of these. Oh, Kelly, do they still sell these, or is this an old school item? I guess I should ask that first. Comment down below, Kelly. Let us know. I do find that I use this for many more things than just my scrapbooking stuff. I'll show you the tablecloths I got for Thanksgiving. They're super cute. So just some nice fall colors going on there. And some turkeys and pumpkins and cornucopias. So those are really fun. I got 2 of those because when we fully extend my grandma's table, it's like huge. It's really, really long, and one tablecloth doesn't quite cut it. So I got 2 to overlap, because that's what I do with my Christmas tablecloths. Oh, and I was also thinking, because we're going to be moving my desk, so my desk is right over here in the corner. It used to be in the back bedroom with my husband's desk, like a little office room that we have. But with the pandemic, and I was, you know, having to be on Zoom meetings, and he had to be helping clients over the phone, so it just made more sense for us not to be in the same office space during, you know, when we were working from home. So I still work from home 1 day a week, and I'm hoping that will continue in the near future. So I don't necessarily want to put the desk back, but we have to move the desk for Thanksgiving. And I was thinking, since we're already doing all that work, that we could just leave the desk in the office for the next month, and then we have that whole corner to put the Christmas tree. Ah, I love it. I have no room to put a Christmas tree normally. We put a Christmas tree on top of that table where I had my little, my pumpkin candle that you see in front of the window, which is nice because it's in front of the window, and then you can leave the curtains open and everyone can see the tree with the lights when they walk by, which is pretty. But we basically have to buy a full-length tree and like cut it in half to put it on the table, and it's kind of annoying because you're like losing a table at that point. I have a Christmas a Christmas train kit that I collected from JCPenney years ago when I worked there. They have all these different train cars that you would get every year, and so I have that I would like to be able to put on that table and just make that a pretty table. So I had to fit 24 buttons along the bottom here, and I had to figure out how to evenly space them. It's a really windy day today. You can hear my wind chimes all day. We opened up the windows and aired out the house. It was really nice. So I have this that has holes. And she's telling us to put the buttons about 27 millimeters apart. I'm assuming that's the actual buttons and not like the button holes. So I just want to get this right. You know, I don't want to go through all of this, have this whole thing, and then the buttons are all wonky. So 22, 23, 24. Okay, so definitely have room for those. I mean, I don't need a lot of room between them because ultimately we're just gonna be hanging the hoops, you know, the loops. So I don't need a ton of room between them. Yes, I'm gonna be more detailed than this. Ignore what I'm doing right now. I am definitely going to go back and measure correctly. I'm just trying to get an idea. So the question is, would a 1/2 inch be far enough apart? Not really. 1/2 inch would put us too close together. But an inch, I think an inch is going to be too far apart. So definitely, how much is 27 millimeters? Metric system. Okay. So that's like what, like that? That's pretty far apart. That is almost an inch apart.
One eternity later.
Okay, and then we're going to do another 13.5. Okay, so let's get this last one in here. And of course, you know, this is all procrastinating. Actually doing the felt ornaments. No, I mean, I had just cleaned this off and we had a lot of free room here, so I figured it was a good time to put this on here. Okay, so they're a little wonky. They're a little all over the place, but that's okay. We'll just celebrate the fact that I have them all on. One step closer to a calendar. And so this is how it's gonna work. These are gonna go over this and hang down all the way across. I can either take them off in order from left to right, or I can decide which one I want each time. So I think I'm gonna keep these hanging here, and then as I go, I'll just add more of the ornaments when they're done. Maybe that'll be a fun way for me to complete the project. Yay! So that's so cute. I'm gonna embrace what you guys said about, you know, progress, not perfection. So I'm not gonna worry about that these are a little wonky. I'm not gonna worry about the ornaments being a little wonky. They're very cute. They're handmade. You know what I mean? So it is, that's what it is. It's handmade. And that's the fun of having something handmade. So hopefully, nieces and nephew, if you're watching this, and you're the one that inherits this, I hope it brings you and your children lots of joy and you can remember your wonky Auntie Heather.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden.
So this is one of the reasons why I love my grandma's table. Unfortunately, you never get to see the beautiful walnut finish on the table because generally we're trying to protect the table. So in the 50s, 60s, when she got it, they had these nifty protectors. So we still have them. We still have the bag that the leaves and the protectors go in. And so it extends to a very nice long table. We have 10 people coming. I believe we can fit for 4 and 4 and then the 2 heads. So all is good. Time to decorate the table.
Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden.
So we've got my handy dandy trusty white Pyrex dishes for the stuffing. So I'm gonna do stuffing in the bird and dressing in a crock pot. Oh, do we need this then? We could just put the crock pots out. Because I'm gonna do the mashed potatoes and the stuffing in a crock pot. Should we just take, but they're gonna be hot. But if we're doing buffet style, we could do that.
Yeah, so let's pass them around.
Yeah. Okay, might not need all these dishes then. We have so many people coming that I'm not really going to be able to put all the food on the table, which sucks for the people trapped in the back there. So, but I like to do my dressing in the crock pot, and then I also like to do the mashed potatoes. I cook the mashed potatoes on the stove, but I mash them in the crock pot and then have that heating up just to keep them warm so I don't have to make the mashed potatoes at the last minute, because that's usually the problem, is everything has to come together at the same time, and then you're screwed. So do that. And even though I host Thanksgiving is my favorite one to host, I just have a mishmash of serving plates and stuff. I don't really have an adult setup here. So I'll show you the plates in a minute when we set the table, but I kind of did like a very boho chic kind of thing of having all the plates kind of just be random plates, but they all have like a blue theme. My goal the last few years was to actually get an adult set of stoneware, so that's on the list, but since I didn't know I was hosting, I didn't make that a priority. So we're kind of stuck with the old setup. But this one's very cute. It's a chip and dip plate, but the dip is so small that I usually use this for like the rolls or a platter. It's kind of big to be on the table, but then I would use this one for the rolls, but it's kind of big, so not sure what I'm using this one for. I've also got this cute guy, which we use as a gravy boat. So we have a heated up crock pot gravy boat that stays warm, and then I've got this guy, and usually nobody really likes cranberry sauce except for me, so I make a little batch, so it doesn't need to be big on the table, so it's just nothing matches, as you will see. So most of this is not going to be on the table. And then this will probably be what I'll put the stuffing from the bird in, because there won't be very much of it. But okay, so my sister has my grandma's version of this. That's actually for my grandma. That's from her china set. And I believe I have a teacup from her china set. So we both kept something. But I like it because my sister will put something in grandma's bowl on the Thanksgiving table or Christmas, and she'll always bring it as a little reminder of grandma. And I was like, oh, I really like that idea. So I found this at a thrift store, and it wasn't my grandma's, but you know, it's of that same era. So I like to have this on our Thanksgiving table to honor my grandma. And then I've just gotten little pieces over the years that are fall themed, knowing that I most likely will host Thanksgiving. So this one is a nice one I bought a couple of years ago. I didn't really have like a platter to put the meat on. This is still a little small for a platter to put the meat on, but it works really well, and it's just beautiful and fall themed. I've been looking at stoneware plate sets, you know, dinner sets, and can't really find one I like. I don't want one that's like overly themed. Like, yeah, I host Thanksgiving, but I don't necessarily want a whole Thanksgiving themed plate set. And Christmas, same thing. So I'd kind of like it to be a little plainer than that, but then the problem I run into is that it's too plain. Like, I don't just want white plates. I mean, if it had a scallop edge or a texture, you know. And then I found a butter yellow one that's really pretty. Here's another bowl that goes with that set. So I think I'm going to use this as a chip and dip bowl for the for the French onion dip. So I've got this really cool casserole dish that I like to use. So we'll probably use this for the chips. So that's good. And then I've got this set that I got when I used to live in Tucson. So it's an actual from the Desert Dove store in Tucson, and all handmade, hand dipped, even hand glazed. So it's definitely handmade, but it's a little chip and dip plate. So I usually use this for like tortilla chips and salsa. So we'll do that. And most of these aren't going to be on the table, so I'm going to put most of these to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to set up where I normally have my, if I can zoom in there, where I normally have my ironing board on this little IKEA bookshelf. We're going to set this up as the buffet with all the dinner stuff. And then the top of the piano is going to become where we can put all the chips and dip and appetizers, so people can kind of stand around the piano and do that. So it's already looking very festive, and with my mom's picture up there is very nice. To get you zoomed out again. And then let's go on fast forward and we'll set up the whole table. Let me show you my silverware set. And I forgot my butter dish, which doesn't go with anything. So that's just a random thing that doesn't match. At least everything else is kind of fall color scheme. Okay, so any of you who grew up in the 70s or 80s probably remember the Betty Crocker coupons that were good for purchasing silverware sets. So they had a catalog, and you picked out the silverware set, and my mom religiously saved all the coupons. I think every time you went to the grocery store you got a Betty Crocker coupon. You know, like the little stamps. So this is the set that I picked. It's like this nice fluted set. So these are my fancy silverware set, and then when you got enough coupon, you know, each one would cost a certain amount of stamps, and you'd get each piece, and then eventually you save up for the big box here. So you have something to keep them all in, and then you have all the serving pieces. So it's just kind of funny, but very useful. So I'm very happy that my mom took the time to do this for my sister and I, and we both have the silverware chest with the silverware. So it was kind of a nice thing that by the time we were grown and out of the house, we each had a silverware set.
Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of
And there you have it. Nice eclectic table. So part of me is tempted to go to Goodwill today and find some more plates so that they're all different. But since I do want to go get like a real adult plate set, the next on the list, I probably just don't want to deal with that. So I've got 3 of my everyday plates, which are these swirly guys. So those are our everyday plates. But they kind of mix in, which I think I did that on purpose. I can't remember. Okay, so we're going to use this guy for the rolls because he fits on the table better. And that's it. And I'll take a group picture to show you of, I guess both families will do a group picture. So we can share that with you. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're here in the States celebrating that. And if not, I hope you have another time to have a family or friends gathering.
golden. I'll follow only golden, golden things. Gold birds golden thing.